right, you caught me. I cannot stop sipping on the punch we made in the last episode. If you haven't seen it, rewind and check out this delicious summer cooler. It is absolutely fantastic. Today, we're going to be continuing the summer party with 2 simple recipes that you can make in under 10 minutes. These appetizers are absolutely crowd pleasers. The first one is cucumber bites, and the second one is going to be a Hasselback Caprese salad. I know you probably have no idea what that is, but don't worry, I'm going to show you how easy it is to make. So to get started, we're going to start with our cucumber bites. All that you need: French bread. You can pick this up for very inexpensive in your grocery store. We're gonna use Philadelphia cream cheese. Again, I'm going with 1/3 less fat. No, it probably doesn't mean much, but it makes me feel a little bit better. And then Hidden Valley Ranch packet. So this is the packet that you get to make salad dressing. We're gonna need a cucumber. And then we're also going to use dill weed. We'll use that at the end. So to get started, we're gonna slice up our French bread loaf into thin slices. You can get a lot out of these and a lot out of one cucumber. You want the slices to be pretty thin. They're a little bit less than 1/2 inch. And once you slice this whole loaf, what you're gonna do is you're gonna put these in your oven. So I recommend setting your oven to about 275. You're gonna put these on a pan and you're gonna toast them 1 minute on each side. Super quick and simple. So I'm gonna go grab a pan and do this, and I'll be right back. Once you pulled your bread out of the oven, sit it down and let it cool, and we're gonna mix up our topping. So we are going to be using our Hidden Valley Ranch. I like to start with about 1/2 packet. So I'd like to use an even amount of Hidden Valley Ranch and our Philadelphia cream cheese. And I'm an eyeballer and I like to do things to taste. So as we mix it up, we'll taste it. Okay, so we've got about 1/2 packet in there. Set that aside, and we're gonna take our Philadelphia cream cheese. Again, we're going with 1/3 less fat. Makes me feel a little bit better, even though it probably doesn't do anything. I'm gonna cut it in half because we used 1/2 packet of our Hidden Valley Ranch. So we will go ahead and unwrap this. Minus the struggle. All right, let's get that in there. And then using a butter knife, we went ahead and mix it up, and it's okay if it gets on your hands. I'm super messy. And your cream cheese, I recommend it being softened, and you just want to mold it in there so it becomes like a mix, and you want to get your Hidden Valley Ranch really ingrained in there. All right, once you've got it good and mixed up, you can see, and you know, you may even want to taste it. Now I'm making these just for me right now, so I'm gonna double dip and taste. But it's got a good consistency. And again, do it to taste. If you want to add a little bit more cream cheese, I like it strong. So what you're gonna do is take small amounts, and just like you're buttering toast, you're gonna wanna butter your toasted French bread. I like to do a pretty thick layer. So butter them, set them aside. So once you've got it spread on, we're gonna move over and cut up our cucumber. Now, the trick to this is that you want to cut really thin slices with your cucumber. Make sure your fingers are out of the way, because I was cutting a cucumber last week and definitely cut my finger. The team today was like, you're cutting cucumbers, don't cut your fingers. So be really careful. And you're gonna wanna cut the slices really thin, as paper thin as you can get them. I'm telling you guys, you are definitely going to want to make extras of these. These go so fast at every party I have. And then everyone's always calling me, asking me for the recipes. And now I'm like, hey guys, tune into CBG TV. You can get the recipe. All right, so we've got a bunch cut. Next step is gonna be put your knife aside. Make sure that you don't put the blade out. You're gonna take your cucumber slices and you're gonna put 2 slices on each piece of toast. Just like that. Very pretty, simple. All right, so to top it off, the very last thing we're gonna do is take our dill weed. This you can get in the grocery store in your spice section, and we are just going to sprinkle a little bit of dill weed on each one. How simple is that? Now, of course, we're gonna taste it just to make sure it tastes good. Oh, mama. That is good. Trust me, guys, people are gonna come back for seconds. All right, we're gonna hop on over clean this up, and make our second dish in just a second. All right, so we just finished up making our delicious cucumber bites. Now we are gonna make an amazing caprese salad. So we are gonna use these giant beef tomatoes. How pretty are these? The idea is, you've got the top of it, we're gonna flip it over. Make sure you wash them so they're not dirty. We're gonna take a really sharp knife and we're gonna cut slits. So you wanna go almost to the bottom, but not all the way. All right, so once you've got your tomato slit, as you can see, if you squeeze it, you can see the slits in that tomato. Next, what we're gonna do is we're using actual sheets of mozzarella. So you can see we got a sheet from the deli section, and we're gonna cut this into strips. And I bet you can guess what we're gonna do with it. So we are going to take our strips of mozzarella and we are going to stick them in these little crevices all the way throughout the entire tomato. Guys, this is amazing. Now, this tomato is big, so your party guests can share it, but I will tell you, they will be wowed by this presentation. All right, next step is gonna be to take our basil. Now, these basil pieces are really, really big, so I'm actually going to cut them in half. Again, make sure you don't cut your fingers. You don't wanna be clumsy like me. And you're gonna take your basil and you're gonna stick it in there with your cheese. Put a piece of basil in each layer. And now we're gonna go ahead and plate this. So now if you're doing a bunch of these for your party, you'll wanna put a bunch of them on a plate, but we've got this one big old one we're just gonna use to show you. Next step is gonna be to use balsamic. This is regular old balsamic that you use at your grocery store, very simple. We're just gonna drizzle it. Now, I'm not good at drizzling, so this may not be pretty, but this is gonna be the dressing for your salad. Give it a nice coating, drizzle some on your plate. All right, and then remember those pieces of basil that we cut up. We're gonna use those just for garnish. We'll also put them on our plate. Again, you can do a big platter of these and guests can actually share them because they're so big. All right, how did you like those two amazing recipes? Under 10 minutes, simple, and I guarantee that your guests are going to absolutely love them. Okay, so we've got the appetizers, we made drinks, we made a sign for our bar, and the only thing that can be left is dessert. And guys, trust me, you do not wanna miss this. I have a mouth-watering, simple dessert that you are going to love. So stay tuned for the next episode of Late for the Party with Lynn Lilly, and we are gonna get our dessert on.